few good books there for you to read. The only one that I actually have fully read there, I started reading Wheat Belly. I haven't read How to Win Friends and Influence People. I haven't read Upgrade Your Life, but I have been looking at this one, which I got at the Pat Divilly Live seminar way back in July, but I'm using that now to go through, there's a 40-day challenge in it. I was going to do that because from Monday just gone there yesterday, the 9th, to Monday the 20th was 6 weeks, and this 42-day challenge is obviously 6 weeks. So I had a few goals, but like just because I'm not training, it affects me in terms of my goals, because if I'm not training, I don't like eat exactly how I want to eat and stuff. It's a terrible old habit, but I'm trying to get rid of it. But this book is great just because I went to the seminar and it has a lot of my goals and dreams and stuff in it. So I'm trying to get into the habit of getting up early and having a morning ritual, maybe doing some HIIT sessions in the morning, not every morning. Getting in here, having a coffee, going over my goals and gratitude, just setting myself up, as Pat Divilly would say, to be proactive as opposed to reactive. So you know exactly what you're going after in that day. You know, if you're going into your work, your 9 to 5, you're going to be positive, happy, grateful, or helpful, or you know, you might get 2 referrals or whatever it is you're doing in your job. And then later on that day, you're going to train hard, you're going to eat well, stay disciplined, all that type of stuff. Like, because it's hard to stay consistent and do it all the time. But they're just some books. That's not what this clip is about. I'm just recording this clip. Sorry, this book I do want to talk about. This is a great book. Don't sweat the small stuff, and it is all small stuff. And it's Richard Carlson. And you can see it's kind of warm because my dad gave me this book, and I have to say it's really stuck with me. I bought this book for a staff member as well, a friend of mine, when I left my old job. But I'll just go through some of the chapters very quickly without actually reading the chapters, and then see if I can remember what they talk about. Make peace with imperfection. That's good. No one is perfect, so don't try and be perfect. Let go of the idea that gentle, relaxed people can't be super achievers. We won't talk about that. Be aware of the snowball effect of your thinking. That is important, guys. What you think, you become. And I know the law of attraction, blah, blah, blah. But like, it's all about what you think, but obviously you have to take action. But I mean, if you're thinking negative thoughts and that you can't do something, I mean, you're not going to be able to do it. Whereas I'm thinking, I am going to have a six-pack, I can do it, I will train hard, I will stay disciplined. If I have a bad week, I'll get back on track. So it's all positive stuff. So try and think positive. Develop your compassion. Compassion is great, guys. I work in all my jobs. I've worked with the front line with customers, and you can deal with lots of angry, ignorant, rude people, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what they are all the time. They could be having a bad day. They could have, like it turns out I could speak to a really ignorant, rude person, and it could turn out that, you know, her son just got diagnosed with cancer or something. Like, people are in stressful situations, so that just might be how they are in that moment. So don't judge them that way, and put yourself in their shoes. And how would you like to be treated if you were in their shoes coming into a restaurant or a bank or whatever it is, and try and treat them how you would like to be treated. You know, it's not always easy, and some people are just rude, but don't react to it, respond to it. Take a minute, process it, think about it, and respond. Don't react to these people. Don't let them affect your emotions. Remind yourself, when you die, it's a bit like Gary V, you're gonna fucking die. Your in-basket won't be empty. I think that's an important one, but I'm trying to remember. It's something to do with like not being stressed out in work with emails and stuff like that. Let's go have a look. Well, actually, it's only one page, so I might read it. This can be called Story Time with Cormac. In my PJs. I'm wearing PJs. Calvin Klein's. I was late getting back from work, and my goal for the evening is to read for 30 minutes, to put up 3 Instagram posts, because I usually do one in the morning, one at my lunchtime, and one after work. I didn't get that done today, so I'm doing 3 in the evening time, and study for the National Sports College, because I'm back to that on Thursday. And I'm not going to lie, I haven't been doing enough study and assignments, so I want to get into the habit of that, because the longer you don't do it, the more you put it off. But this is my passion and my dream. so I should be doing it, so I will be doing it. Anyway, story time with Cormac. Remind yourself that when you die, your in-basket won't be empty. So many of us live our lives as if the secret purpose is to somehow get everything done. We stay up late, get up early, avoid having fun, and keep our loved ones waiting. Sadly, I've seen many people who put off their loved ones so long that the loved ones lose interest in maintaining the relationship. Side note, family is everything, guys, so enjoy your time with your brothers, sisters, cousins, mother, father, babies, wives, husbands, girlfriends, blah 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 blah. I used to do this myself. Often we convince ourselves that our obsession with our to-do list is only temporary, that once we get through the list we'll be calm, relaxed and happy, but in reality this rarely happens. As items are checked off, new ones simply replace them. The nature of your in-basket is that it's meant to have items to be completed in it. It's not meant to be empty. There will always be phone calls that need to be made, projects to complete and work to be done. In fact, it can be argued that a full in-basket is essential for success. It means your time is in demand. That's a good point. Regardless of who you are or what you are, however, remember that nothing is more important than your own sense of happiness. This is good stuff. Happiness is everything, guys. You can have all the money in the world, but if you're not happy, you know, it's gonna be shit. Like, I just think happiness is great, and the gateway drug to happiness, actually this is incorrect, but the gateway drug to happiness for me is gratitude. The more grateful you are, the more happy you are, the more you smile, the more positive you are. But it's Gary Vee actually said gratitude is the gateway drug to motivation. I could be wrong with that, but anyway.
D Rose, how do I remain motivated? Listen, we've covered this so much, but Tyler, cut this into this one because it's always important and there's always new people. 400 trillion to 1. Not realizing that you won the lotto being a person, not realizing that you have it so good. I stay motivated through gratitude. Gratitude is the secret drug. It is the gateway drug to the motivation drug. So many of you, when you first encounter me, I read the comments, cokehead, what drug's he on, this and that. You just don't realize what purity of utter happiness looks like. And when you are grateful, that leads to motivation, that leads to the hyper nature. Of course, there's certain chemicals within inside of me that give me a lot of energy and things of that nature, but gratitude is absolutely the beast that drives my motivation and excitement. I want to squeeze every single thing out of this life. I want to squeeze every ounce out of this life because it's the only one I've got.
An inner peace of that, nothing is more important than your own sense of happiness and inner peace and that of your loved ones. That is true. Again, you can link this kind of to Gary Vee. He says, if the 5 most important people in your life are healthy and happy, you have a lot more than, you have a lot to be grateful for, and you have a lot more than everyone else in the world. If you're obsessed with getting everything done, you'll never have a sense of well-being. In reality, almost everything can wait. Very little in our work lives truly falls into the emergency of category. If you stay focused on your work, it will get done in due time. I find that I remind myself frequently that the purpose of life isn't to get it all done, but to enjoy each step along the way, stay in the present moment, commas, CNF insertion, and live a life filled with love. It's far easier for me to control my obsession with completing my list of things to do. Remember, when you die, there will still be unfinished business to take care of, and you know what? Someone else will do it for you. Don't waste any more precious moments of your life regretting the inevitable. Boom! Microphone drop.
Hey, I'm out of here. Y'all take care. Thank you.
Book drop. Oh God, this is my favorite chapter. This is my favorite chapter. And I know I'm super positive, but this annoys me. This actually does annoy me. I always talk about the art of conversation, and you'll notice if you're talking to me, well, hopefully I try to focus on the person that I'm speaking to and not interrupt them, or not just let what they say go in one ear out the other and respond about myself, because that's not a conversation. That's like, to me, it's kind of rude. Anyway, this is where I learned about it. This is only 1 page, so we'll read this page and then no more story time with Cormac. It wasn't until a few years ago that I realised how often I interrupted others and or finished their sentences. Shortly thereafter, I also realised how destructive this habit was, not only to the respect and love I received from others, but also for the tremendous amount of energy it takes to try to be in 2 heads at once. Think about it for a moment. When you hurry someone along or interrupt someone or finish his or her sentence, you have to keep track not only of your own thoughts, but of those of the person you were interrupting as well. This tendency, which by the way is extremely common in busy people, you might see it in the workplace, some of your managers and stuff like that, encourages both parties to speed up their speech and their thinking. This in turn makes both people nervous, irritable and annoyed. It's downright exhausting. It's also the cause of many arguments, because if there's one thing almost everyone resents, it's someone who doesn't listen to what they're saying. And how can you really listen to what someone is saying when you are speaking for that person? So guys, when you're talking to people, don't interrupt them, don't finish their sentences, focus the conversation on them, ask them, you know, if it'd be like you come into work on Monday, how's your weekend? And I'd be like, yeah, it was good. I went to the cinema on Saturday. I went to see Star Wars 4. I don't know what I want to say. And then you would be like, oh, I went to see Star Wars 4 too.
There she is. Ready to hit the cantina?
No, and I really hate you texting me all those helmet pics.
Oh, well, give me your email. I'll send you some of the high-res versions.
Dude, I don't want your dirty email.
No, you'll like these. They're real arty.
The better Jedi would not send selfies.
Boop, beep, beep, boop, boop. Go show her my trophies.
Hey, does everybody like my wrists?
Hey, why'd you do that? Step back, Papa Jack. Huh?
Because some wrists are a bit weird.
You said what?
You know, I should build a baby Taco Bell. The sign would be kind of cute.
Yeah. You know, you could make a fortune.
I love it when you say that. A lot of great skaters bust their teeth.
Song doesn't make a bit of sense, and I don't like it.
There's an extra part that's worth it, and I'll sing it if I get to clip your nails.
The lavatory is now free.
Okay, anyway, I'm hopping on the can.
No, maybe. Oh, I went to walk the dog, and you'd be like, oh, I thought you were gonna ask me about what Star Wars was like. Thanks. That's what I think it's like. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you disagree with me, but anyway. Once you begin noticing yourself interrupting others, you'll see that this insidious tendency is nothing more than an innocent habit that has become invisible to you. And it is, like, people do not, like, I find almost every Irish person does it. And I would never, like, point it out to someone. I do to my family, like, jokingly, but it's fun. This is good news, because it means that all you really have to do is to begin catching yourself when you forget. Remind yourself before a conversation begins, if possible, to be patient and wait. Tell yourself to allow the other person to finish speaking before your turn. You'll notice right away how much the interactions with the people in your life will improve as a direct result of this simple act. The people you communicate with will feel much more relaxed around you when they feel heard and listened to. You'll also notice how much more relaxed you'll feel when you stop interrupting others. Your heart and pulse rates will slow down, and you'll begin to enjoy your conversations rather than rush through them. This is an easy way to become a more relaxed, loving person. Story time over, guys. Books are great. I wish I could read more, but this bloody thing is my problem. I'm glued to it 24/7. But look, I am conscious that I need to read more. I am conscious that I need to look at my laptop less. So hopefully, it's very hard to break long-term habits like this. I will get it done. I'll see you down in the kitchen. We're having steak and sweet potato fries tonight. Had pulled pork today, guys. Can't bring my camera to work. I'd love to record everything, but I can't. But it was sensational. You seen me deboning it yesterday and shredding it. And that is it, guys. I will see you in a few.
Brief. I can never be complacent with the lies, no complicit with the evil and spirit you keep inside. People surprised at whether despise like a compassionate pastor upon the page, surpassing what you've been asking, what passing up in the moment. I live inside of the beat. The point I wanna get across is I'm not accepting defeated, the feeling of being depleted when all I really needed was a little bit of help. I never got it by myself. You mean to tell me that the only reason for living is what? Is it the money purifies what we